Hi everybody, my name is Washe and I'm going to be taking the Zoom discussion today. Today we're going to be talking about the misconception of seniority in our high school situations. We're going to start off with some introductions, starting off with our practitioner today, Juliet.
Hi everyone, my name is Juliet Makondora Mateta and I'm a community psychologist.
Hi everyone, my name is Ida and I'm a student at Arundel School.
I'm a student at St. John's College.
I am a student at St. George's College in my last year.
Awesome. So what does seniority mean to you guys? Like, has that definition changed over time for you guys? Yeah, just let me know what it means to you. Let's start off with Ida.
Well, from what I've seen, seniority is usually like power to people. So it's sort of like as a senior, you have power to, I guess, over like people who are juniors. So like you can use your power to like tell people what to do as a senior. That's what I've seen in general. I don't necessarily agree with that, but that's what I've seen seniority to mean in general in most schools.
Carl?
I think the definition of seniority to me has changed, like since I was Form 1 over the years. So when I was in Form 1, seniority basically meant I'm bigger than you, so you listen to me. But like, I guess my school has changed the system in a way that, seniority is leadership, not being older than the people that you're senior to, I guess. Yeah.
Dion?
I agree with Carl there. I think it started off in Form 1 and 2 as because I'm bigger than you, you have to listen to me. But I think it's grown over the years into respect. I think when you look up to someone, I think that kind of respect you have for what they do or what they've done to you is what seniority is to me now.
Awesome, for sure. So you guys brought up a really good point about how the definition has kind of evolved over time. But if you look in our situations right now, it's not something that everybody has come to change or come to realize. So can you guys just tell me like some situations whereby you see the status or the power of a seniority of a senior being abused and how that affected, say if it happened to you, your mental health, or how you saw someone be negatively affected by the way a senior treated them? Start off with Ida.
I'd say the most common case that I've seen power or seniority being abused is like seniors believing that they have rights to tell people what to do. So like you find people being told by you find juniors being used as like personal assistants to seniors, for example. So like a senior believes that just because I'm a senior, I can tell you to go get these dishes for me, or I can tell you to go do this specific duty for me, which I don't think is necessarily right. So I think that's a case in which seniors abuse their power, like they take it beyond the powers that they've sort of like been given by the school, and then they take it to like they use their power for personal use and personal gain.
Carl?
I think at my school, seniority gets abused in a way that, to be better off than you, I have to be senior. So things like haircuts, things like fades have been normalized now. And it's like in the past, it's been only seniors can get fades. So it's basically saying only seniors can be better off than juniors. So I guess that's changed now, but like that's how it used to be abused. That's one way. Yes.
Dion?
I think it's a bit different at Saints because it's always been the same, I guess, with everyone or every senior. but it's come to change in recent times with all the rules changing and stuff like that. But I think it's definitely abused in terms of, for example, something happened in Form 1 where a prefect asked a Form 1 to go to a tuck shop and buy him a Coke, a pie, and bring him like $2 change, and he got 50 cents. So it's just small things like that you see as a joke as a senior, but then the Form 1 will literally think, wow, how is that possible? And take it hard. So it does get a bit much, and it does affect someone in a way you won't be sure it might. So yeah.
Okay, and I know at boys' schools it's slightly different to all girls' schools. You guys have swags, I believe. How do you go around, like, say, having your swags and not abusing the power that you have towards them? Deanna or Carl, you guys can answer that.
With squags at John's, it's basically they come to you. It's a tradition that, like, you don't force Form 1s to be squags. They come to us. So, like, if they want to be a squag, if they see that, hey, I want to help this guy, they'll come to you. So that, like, we do it in that way to avoid forcing people to do what they don't want to do. So you find that, like, with our juniors, they do things out of wanting to do them, not out of need. So they will actually come to ask us, oh, should we carry your bags? Do you want anything for the tuck shop? I think it's a nice system. John.
Well, I'd say it's you don't really have a squack. Well, we call him skivvies. You don't really have a skivvy for usual day-to-day things. You only have a skivvy for like a Big John's game, a Falcon game. So what we do is, one assembly before a game, we would ask all the Form 1 teams to come to like the prefect's room, and then we allow them to pick who they want to be a skivvy for, a squack for. So it's pretty much like that. So it's just one of those things where you treat them right, and also they will listen to you when you ask them to do something. But it's more of that mutual respect to say, no, I'm taking him under my wing. And soon enough, you'll have a squack of his own, and then also have that kind of relationship, like an older brother to younger brother type of relationship. Because it's one of those things where you do learn even from your squack. You'll say some things in the game or in general about something, and then you do take that into perspective and you start thinking about it. But yeah, that's basically the relationship between the seniors and the squacks at Saints.
Thank you for that. So Juliet, knowing how juniors sometimes get mistreated and feel like they don't want to come to school because they're being bullied by seniors and they just have this weight on them, how can we as seniors of schools do better in order to make our school environments in the way that we can control better for our juniors, just to keep them on the path of good mental health so that we're not the ones who are causing them any mental, like, depression or anxiety, that kind of stuff? What can we do as seniors to do better for them?
Okay, I think it's really what the school can do to avoid such mental health problems in the juniors. I think firstly and foremost, they need to carry out some orientation programs where at entry point, the new students that are coming to school need to understand what seniority is, the concept that it's there to foster respect for our seniors or our elders, and we take that up even in the communities. And then also raise awareness on what has happened in the past, the bullying that has happened. And I think they should also put in place rules and regulations that foster positive and negative reinforcement. So if a prefect bullies a junior, they should be demoted, or they should face some sort of punishment, and the whole school should know, so that everyone in school knows that if you do this, you'll be punished for that. And I also think they should be class teachers or guidance and counseling teachers or psychologists at school that is there for the juniors to approach, communicate how they feel and what has happened, so that they can stand in as a mediator. They can call the senior and the junior and sit them down and talk about it. Or if it's a serious case, they could take it up with the principal. Yeah.
For sure, thank you for that. Also, I think something that we need to realize is that being a senior is, even a Form 2 is a senior to a Form 1 kind of thing. So everybody is accountable in that aspect. So if, for example, if I see my peer, who's my friend, abusing their power as a senior, how can I approach them? Because they're my friend, they're the person that I spend the most time with. How can I approach them without offending them, but then effectively getting my point across?
I think it should be easy between peers. You should be able to approach the next person and tell them that you think what they're doing is not right and they're abusing their powers. And like you said, we should all remember we were juniors before and we've now moved to the senior position. So we should treat others as we would want to be treated. And some seniors have their brothers, their young brothers as juniors. I'm sure if you'd see your young brother being ill-treated, it wouldn't be nice. So I think we should just respect each other, try to teach the youngsters to respect us, but in a nice way. And yeah.
Thank you very much. Do you guys have any questions for Juliet today?
I just have something to add on where you said some leaders have little brothers. We were at a camp in Form 1 camp earlier this year, and one of the leaders had a little brother at that camp. And I guess he had a better understanding, or better emotional understanding, because his brother was part of the group. And there were tough conditions. It was raining, muddy, they had to sleep in the mud. And I get what you mean, whereby you said, like, it's easier pushing from that perspective than from, like, if I don't have a brother in Form 1. It's much easier.
I think that sense of establishing community with your juniors is really important, and it makes the respect easier to come by, whereby as opposed to having to force it upon them. That makes sense. So I guess that sense of community is really important. Do you guys have any questions or anything to add on?
I've got something to add on. I think with the establishing a connection with the Form 1s and the juniors, something that has always happened at Saints was during a first team game or an under 14 game, all the first team players would come out and watch the younger teams play. So, for example, if you've got a rugby match on Saturday and they're playing their game on Friday, you'd come in your best dress to watch the Form 1s play. So it's just stuff like that shows that, okay, even though I'm older than you, I'm still going to support you like you're actually my brother. And I think that's something that's really brought our juniors and our seniors together, those small things where I'm playing my game and the guy I'm looking up to is supporting me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. Ida, you had something to say?
Oh, I just wanted to add that with the whole having a sibling who's also a junior can go two ways. Like, you can be able to see things from the junior's perspective, but then you also have some people who may favor their sibling because, like, your sibling is a junior. So, like, you may not treat your sibling the same way that you treat everyone else, but then, like, you're still gonna punish everyone else the same. So I feel like with people who have siblings, it's also about teaching them that they also have to be enforcing rules in a uniform way and not like just favoring their siblings.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Ida. That goes on with what Juliet was saying about the sense of community with your peers, that you should be able to tell your peers when they are doing something wrong. And you as a peer should be able to accept the wrong that you're doing and change. If that is all, we have come to the end of our Zoom discussion. Thank you all for joining us today. It was a pleasure having you on, and thank you for your contribution.